Hi, it's Drew and Terry Edwards here, and we help recruitment and search owners scale even faster. And one of the sort of key rules, key philosophies that we live by, that we teach our clients, is that if you want a business if you want extraordinary results in your business, you want to do better than average, you want to achieve higher revenue, higher profits, and all that comes with it. You want to do better than the norm in your industry. One of the things that you need to do and look to do consistently is violate the industry norms, violate the industry standards of whatever's going on in your sector now, and step away from, I guess, what has become normal, what has become average in your particular business. And that could be down to the way you deliver your service, the terms you work under, the fee you charge, the way you operate in your business, the way you market and promote your business. If you want to do better than average, you want to do extraordinary, you need to step away from the industry norms. You need to move as far away from ordinary as you can. Terry, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, if you look at most recruitment and search firms, if you look at the website, they're all very much the same. Let me talk all about me and how long I've been in the business. If you look at the process that they go through, most recruitment search firm owners, their model in terms of growing their business is they have 360 consultants that do everything. Majority of recruitment search firm owners then work on contingency. So, really what it is, it's just a race. Who can get their CVs or the resumes to the client first and foremost. But what we discovered was the really successful guys, they look at what everyone else is doing. There's a great quote by, I can't remember his name, who said, great business leaders said, if you want to be successful, look at what the majority are doing and then do the opposite. So when we looked at the really successful recruitment... Earl Nightingale, yeah, thank you. When you look at the really successful recruitment search firm websites, their language is completely different. They tend to talk more about what the problem's having rather than about themselves. If you look at how they then market, most recruitment search firm owners will use NPCs, cold calling, and so on.
Same scripts,
yeah. It's just sometimes makes you cringe. The really successful ones though, they go no, we do things differently here, and they just do things differently. A lot of really successful ones. Here's an example. Let me give you a perfect example. Majority of recruitment search firm owners, once they've completed the job, they then send the invoice. What we found with the really top guys, what they say is, we will invoice upon offer and acceptance. Now, some clients say, well, not that, nobody else does that. And they say, but we're not anybody else. They deliberately violate the industry norms. Some recruiters say to us, well, my market won't pay retainers. Yes, they will. If you can justify why they should pay you a retainer, and the top performers, they tend to do these things. They're violating what's considered the industry norms.
Yeah, I think it's funny because almost every recruitment and search manager you speak to, one of the complaints they have, or one of the things they want, is they want to stand out in their market. They're complaining about blending in. They're complaining about their prospects, comparing them with their competitors. They're complaining about everything that comes with doing the same, but then you look at what they've done, and they've probably looked at the market and picked their fee around what the market charges. Again, they've made their website, everything they do, everything they put out on the LinkedIn profile to private emails, is based on what they've seen other people in the industry do. And then they wonder why they blend in, right? So the only way that you're ever going to stand out is to do things differently, right? We can't stand out doing things the same. It's impossible to do. So the only way we can do that is by violating the industry norms. And I get that for most people it's uncomfortable. You have to be prepared to be criticised, because people will. You could be prospects, could be definitely competitors will say things about what you're doing that's different, that's outside the industry norms. But the only way you're going to achieve extraordinary results is by doing extraordinary things, and that doesn't have to be anything outrageous in the grand scheme of things, but it needs to be different to what everyone else is doing in your industry. That goes from how you market and promote your business, what you're saying in your marketing and promotion, how often you do it, the fee you charge, how you structure everything in your business. The more we can make that different from the rest of your competitors, the easier it will be for you to stand out. And as we know, sort of marketing 101, one of the keys to generating more business is standing out, being noticed, being different from everybody else.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. I think you made a really good point there, is that most recruitment search firm owners complain about the way they're treated, and they're treated like every other recruiter. And the point Drew made there is, well, it's almost inevitable. If you're going to behave like every other recruiter and search firm out there,
What do you expect?
Absolutely. But I mean, let me ask you a question. How would it be if you said, we're not like everybody else, and we don't behave like everybody else. And yeah, you are going to have to pay a premium because we are better than everybody else, and we behave accordingly. Now, I always want to put this caveat in: you won't be all things to all people again, but you don't want to be all things to all people. You just want to be the right thing for your type of clients.
Yeah.
So if you want to stand out from the crowd, if you want to get that competitive edge, one of the things that you've got to do, it's imperative that you do almost, is that you consider violating the industry norms on everything that you do, the way that you operate, your fees, your website, your LinkedIn profile, what you offer, the risk reversals, everything that you do, it's got to be looking to violate the industry norms.
Now, if you want help with that, if you actually do want to stand out, you're okay with being criticised, because you, again, want to be clear here, people will push back against what you do. Like, I don't want to sort of create a false illusion it'll be easy, it will be difficult. People will push back against what you do, but you look at anyone that's achieved anything in any area, not even just business, they've had to go against the industry norms, they've had to face criticism, they've had to put their head above the parapet. So if you're willing to do that, and you want to stand out in your market, click the link in this post, send us a private message, we'll have a quick chat about what you're doing now to stand out, where you want to be, and if we can help, we'll share with you what some of our best clients are doing to stand out in their market, and so hopefully you can do the same in yours too. So send us a message, and we'll speak with you soon.
Take care, guys.